Now I am. Okay. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome back to Photography Schoolhouse. And I'm Kerry Allen. We're going to talk about lighting, centerfold style. But the idea is to make this something we can do in our regular boudoir photography. We're not shooting for Playboy. We're not trying to get into a magazine. We're trying to bring something special to our boudoir photography that our competition just can't keep up with. In my opinion, some of the work produced by some of the great Playboy photographers over the decades has been the highest watermark for photography and lighting that I can think of. I've seen sets with up to 32 different lights being used just on a single model. I've told that story many times. But I don't care about centerfold right now. I care about making money with my boudoir photography business. I want to do something that's a little special. Now, if you watched our series on shooting in the home studio, we're in the same studio right now. This is not an overly large space. We're roughly 11 feet wide by, I've never measured it, I'm guessing 25, 26 feet deep. And we're going to cram into that a bunch of stuff. So we're going to start. I'm going to introduce the lights. Well, first I'm going to introduce Miranda, who's just sitting, chilling, waiting to join us. But before we get to Miranda, we're going to introduce the lights. And Dave's going to point the camera. So my game plan here is to shoot at f8. And I want the light to really model the model. And are we broadcasting? Okay, that's good. So if I plan to shoot at f8, I want to have an overall light like this one that puts down a base light. Now right now this light is set at about 2.8, so it's not going to, it'll be underexposed if I just use that. But it's going to lay down a base exposure for the whole scene. And then from there we're going to use all these other lights to just accent certain things. Now, for instance, if we can turn the camera to the back, pan over to that. So we have what actually will wind up being kind of a main light. That is set at about f5.6. Now, we're going to have to refine these as we go. They're only approximate for now. And it has a CTO gel on it. Actually, it has two. CTO stands for color temperature orange, and it's really good for skin tones, Caucasian skin tones, actually any skin tones, doesn't really matter. We have two 1/4 CTO gels on that, so we have a very warm light coming from that direction. The model is going to be standing roughly where I am right now. From there on in, it's to show off the shape of the model. So we'll have a light here, if we can swing down there. And this light, very, very low, very low. This is a 100 watt second light. In fact, when we first started doing this kind of glamour centerfold photography, our biggest problem were the lights were way too powerful. I actually bought new lights that could get down much, much lower because my other lights were like 20 years old. They still work to this day, by the way. They're built like whatever. These lights can go down to as low as 6 watt seconds. And when you're that close, because there's no softbox or anything, there's a 10-degree honeycomb grid on the front, and that's the only thing between the flash tube and the model, and we're only like 1.5 feet away. So it's got to be really, really low. It also has a CTO gel on it. I think this one is probably the same as the others, probably 1/4 CTO. When we're doing this kind of specialty lighting, this light, which actually isn't set up yet, is probably going to be over on this side in a second. We just haven't positioned it. Then this light, another special light, you almost have to have an operator on this light. It is a 3-degree honeycomb grid. which is extremely fine. You can't get these at camera stores. You have to special order them. And the idea of that is that we're just going to hit our model pretty much right in the face, just to lighten the face from all of these lower exposures. And then we're going to have to adjust as we go. The reason that we need an operator for that light is as the model moves, even a little bit, that beam of light is so close, it basically has to be a follow spot with whatever she's doing. So that's why I like to call this complex glamour lighting. And we have another light standing by just in part of the creative process. If we need it, it's there ready to go. We won't know until I start getting some sample images. So that's our game plan. I want to take just a second to talk about lighting diagrams. I'm sure we've all seen photographers produce lighting diagrams and they'll say this is f4 and this is f5.6. To be honest, I've never found a single time when those things have worked out. It's never like they say in the charts. And I think the variables are what kind of equipment you're using, what kind of reflectors you have, what kind of soft boxes you have. This very much is like being a chef in a kitchen. You've got to season the light to taste. You can't do it in advance. You can get close, but you really got to be prepared to think on the fly. So with that, we're going to try and take some test shots and just see how close our pre-setup is. All I need is a camera. Now, if you all want to participate in the chat window, please do, because other than that, it's pretty boring. Okay, Miranda, I'm going to get you to stand roughly in that spot we were using before. And Dave is going to get in position to position lights. And I'm going to have you take a slight step back that way. Boom, right there. Look at the TV for a second. Okay. Now, I didn't mention the background light, but you can see that the background is blue. I like blue, but aside from that, it's not really just about throwing a gel on the background. I picked these particularly because of color theory. So the CTO gels, being warm and kind of orangey or yellowish, are going to offset against the cyan type blue, and that's perfect color theory. Those are color opposites. They look good on top, so it's not just by accident. If I'd thrown a purple gel on the background, this theory wouldn't really work out. So I'm just going to take a test shot just to start. And the background light looks really hot. So let's turn that down. What is it at now? 2.3. Yeah, let's take it right down to 1.0. I think what I'm going to do, because you're so tall anyway, is let's kick the high heels off and bring you down a couple of inches. Darn, she says. It'll be easier on your feet. Now we're starting to get, that one's a little bit hot too, so we can take that down a bit. So that's the face light I've got David reducing right now. 1.2. So you can see how her hip is lit up by the one light. The face light is really just about on her face. If he moves it an inch in any direction, it's misaimed totally. And then we're just going to reposition that side light a little bit. It's got to come more, we've got to swing it around and pivot it back. David's going to get the most exercise here tonight. Miranda's got it easy. She just has to stand there, look pretty, and do all that hard work. The things we can't do. Looking pretty, I mean.
Is that what you're after?
More from over there, not away from the background.
Oh.
And then pivot it back to her. No, just pivot, not swing. Push the arm as far away as you can get it. Now just pivot the head back. Yep. Okay, and then see if you can catch more like her tummy area.
Oh, okay.
Subtle turn, quarter turn to me. Okay, freeze right there. Okay, we're almost there, but I see the lights being blocked by that partition, room partition. I think we're going to have to lower the light just to move it further away. While we're aiming the light, I want to tell you about our request from Travis, our control room guy. Point out that there is now like 1 million miles of cable in that little control room. And it builds every single week. So let's try a test shot and see how we're doing. Okay, we're getting there. So the idea is that light is adding kind of shape to her chest. The face light, I think, is still too strong. We're going to bring it down a little bit more.
I can pull it back.
I'm shooting at 5.6. Let me just check the histogram. Histogram says we're a little dark. So I'm going to open up just a little bit. I'm going to go to 5. Okay.
There's no tower yet. Oh, okay.
So looking a little better. I'm going to go to 4.5. And that really, yeah, we're going to turn, will it go any lower?
No.
Nope. Okay, it'll go back. See, as low as that is, that's a 200 watt second light. It's at its lowest power, which is 6 stops down, so it's still too bright. And there's probably 7 feet distance between Miranda and the light. Okay, so we're getting there now. We are getting too much light on our upper arm, which has got to be from the soft pucks. So let's see if we can lower that down.
No, it's at 1.
Okay, let's swing it back further. And you see it's tilted instead of horizontal, so it's making it brighter on her arm, her upper arm. It should be just straight up and down. And further back. Now, I am setting this up as a 3/4 length, so we're not going to worry about, but you could just as easily do full length. Let's see how that's working now. And it took some of the light off her upper arm. So the idea is we're lighting in zones. We want the base exposure to be low. And each of these lights are creating little pools of light that accents, as I said, her hip, which is pretty obvious, and the face, and across the torso. And Miranda, you're going to turn slightly back towards the camera. Try that. So, yeah, we're starting to get there perfectly.
Do you want the little grid down a bit?
Yeah, will it go down a bit?
Go down a little bit.
So we're turning the hip light so it's not quite so bright.
2.9, I guess.
Oh yeah,
Go
okay.
down quite a bit.
Okay, let's take another test. Much better. What's hitting her arm? Her upper arm by the wrist. Let's aim that light down more towards the hip. I wish we had video of Dave adjusting all these lights, because he's really a contortionist.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot, Travis.
Okay.
Okay, I can go more with this.
Yeah.
Down.
No, I think it should come up. That's hitting kind of the thigh rather than the hip.
Power.
Oh, in power, yeah.
Okay. That a little?
Up a little, right on the hip. Okay, let me try it. Okay, that'll work. Just spin it towards her a touch, just like that. Okay, so you can start to see this build. Like I said, it's really about like a recipe. You have to build it, then taste it, then taste it, then taste it, until you get it just the way you want it. Now, our in-studio monitor is just a television, and they tend to look more contrasty than the shot really looks in real life. We're getting some good detail, but I am going to do one more adjustment to F4 because the histogram says we're a bit dark. Good, good, good. Now you can really start to see the light pull together. Now, the challenge for Miranda is that the lights are aimed precisely. She can't move. I mean, she could be a mannequin as far as this lighting is concerned. And models aren't used to that. They want to move and adjust the pose, and there's very little that they can do other than stay glued to that one spot. But lifting her arms or playing with her hand position, certainly she can do. Excuse me. Or twisting the shoulders and things like that. So where I wound up, I'm at F4 at 125th of a second at 100 ISO. So if your camera's ready, I'll switch off with you, and Dave's going to take a second to shoot. Now, our intention one day is to get the Hasselblad tethered to our Mac computer. We haven't actually managed to get that done yet.
Should I put my heels back on?
No, no. See how we're not catching the top of the backdrop? And that's what we want. With your heels, you're just a couple of inches too tall.
I think you're turning a little bit, yeah, it's like that.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights in action here.
Okay, just a little bit turn towards the TV. A little bit, not too much. Like that, yeah.
Can I see the broadcast window, Travis? It's looking pretty dark in the video, but that's because we are turned down really, really low.
Do you like my hands?
Yeah, you don't have a lot of room to move around this one, but yeah, okay, yeah. Just bring your hand down a little bit. You see your hands looking a little cut off there. Just a little lower. Yep. Okay, and then just straighten your hands out. Ooh. Bring your elbow back a little bit. That's it.
Okay. So I'm going to take a couple of questions. Miranda, if you remember that spot, imagine an X on your spot, and then maybe we'll go with one of your other outfits. Okay.
Perfect. Should I switch the top to the crop?
Yeah.
Okay.
So needless to say, in a small space like this, we're pretty cramped, but it works. Can I see that chat window? A lot of flickering in the video.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but it's all okay now.
It's all okay? Okay. Okay. So yeah, okay, I'm on camera. Isn't that a treat? Okay.
So the take a take, it's sticky.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll switch with you.
Roughly your toes at the, just at the, yeah, like that.
So the idea is boudoir photography. So obviously lingerie is going to be involved at some point. And let's just see if our lighting has changed. We have a lot more skin area. And I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, it's just Miranda now just playing with hand positions like you're doing. So I use one spot focusing. I point up, focus on her eyes, then recompose. I know some people argue against that, but it's for the last 40 years, 30 years is what I've been doing. Kind of used to it. I'm also not worried with the ceiling at the top a little bit, because when this gets cropped in final post-production, if she orders an 8x10, first thing that's going to go is that ceiling, because it's a different proportion than the native shot out of the camera. So I'm not worried about little things that encroach on the edge like that. Cool. So,
Maybe like a strap down.
yeah, you could do that. Yep. Make it sexy. Good, good, good. This is good. I'm just letting her work. Nothing changes. She's doing good. She's sticking her spot. In fact, I may even just do this as a different composition. Background light didn't fire. I like that. Comb your hair with your hand just like you did. And good.
Yeah, that is cute. Maybe like kind of.
Yeah, make it, yeah, like that. That's kind of cool.
I just want to see it on the speed.
The downside of having a monitor in the studio is that they get to see everything you shoot, even your mistakes. Cool. Dave, you want some?
I feel like my face should have been more straight in that shot.
A little bit, yeah. It's tilted a bit too much, I think.
Is there a certain pose that you want? Or?
We'll start off with turn you a little bit towards the TV, and then just slowly bring it back. Just check the lighting. Yes, looks good. Okay, a little bit towards the TV. Well, the same thing that you're doing, just a little more towards the TV, facing you. Just a touch. Yeah, it's back to me. Just a little gentle smile. That's nice. Okay, then we'll get you to work your hands around the loops and things. That's nice, Miranda.
Okay. So I think we're going to do another wardrobe change. Here's what I want to do. We do one more outfit in this lighting, then we're going to change to a different lighting. Okay?
And then we're going to keep in the boudoir style
Yeah.
outfit?
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to use this one again?
Well, unless you did that just with the underwear on.
It doesn't match.
Doesn't match.
No.
So, no, let's not do that then. So let's go to the other outfit.
Okay, this would be cool with the bikini bottom in the summer.
Yeah.
I have a white knitted bikini bottom.
I asked her to do this broadcast. She went out and bought all new clothes. And she thinks she's getting reimbursed. Ha ha ha. Yeah, questions, Travis? Can I see that window? Travis, the hidden control guy that makes this all work. And color balance on that camera really is different.
Oh yeah. You can't buy cameras that are all the same. They change it. Even if you try, they change it.
It's the trouble with a live broadcast. You can't edit out the dead spots. That's normally where I answer questions, but nobody's got a question. Well, that's with you guys.
I feel like we should have heels on with this.
Yeah, no, you'll still be too tall.
I've never bought something like this before, so.
It's a first. Okay, we'll do a test. I think you're back too far. Come up a little bit.
Well, it looks good, eh?
Yes, it does. Oh, kind of misaimed that one. Really cropping the top too much. Good, good.
Too much to the side.
Yeah, I think so. What's happening when you tilt like that, I think you're going out of the face light a little bit.
I can put it in
It
there.
looks like it's hitting her neck right now. Let's see if we can re-aim that.
And I don't like how the light's hitting my hips on that one.
It is very bright. Well, I'm going to compensate for that just here.
Yeah, I see, I've tilted way too much. It should have been like more, like just a slight tilt. It's nice to see though, because you can see what direction you want to go to.
Yep.
The lighting's excellent.
Did you want her to tilt her head or?
Yeah, a little bit, just a touch. Like that. Still a little aim. No, not you. You hold the pose. It's got to pivot that way, just an inch.
Which way?
That way. Okay, let's try that.
Oh, I like that.
So you can see the orange gels, the CTO gels against the blue background. It's good color theory. This hip light is still too bright. It was fine when she had jeans on, but right now it's too bright on the skin.
My butt's glowing.
Yes,
That's all the way down.
that's all the way down.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, can we, what we'll do then is feather it.
Okay. I think Miranda also, I think you're a little bit too much this way. You came like a millimeter, like no, just it's like right back where you were.
Okay,
Just put your one that toe right there,
okay.
and just try this one down just to see where you kind of fall natural.
Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try that.
Spot.
So maybe not like arch myself?
Well, I just want to see where the light's falling. Yeah, I think it's better.
Is that better?
Yeah, okay, turn your head back to the camera. You can play with your hand positions and arms.
I like that.
I can feather the hip light.
And let's feather the hip light, it's too dead on. So that hip light is down at 6 watt seconds, plus it's got a 10-degree honeycomb grid on it. and it's shooting through a gel, and it's still too bright. If worse comes to worse, and this sort of thing, I always have some neutral density filters hanging around just to kill the light some more. The neutral density on the light, not on the camera. Good, good, good. So, the principle, I don't want to embarrass her by talking about her chest, but this is boudoir photography. The principle of the light here is like lighting anything. You remember probably when you were learning photography, you had an apple. You had to light an apple and give it really three-dimensional looks. And of course you did that by skimming light across the surface, creating highlight areas and shadow areas, which is exactly what we've done here. So it actually takes what's already a pretty good starting point and just adding a little curve to it for the camera. Yeah, let's bring, I like that hand down and your back hand up in the hair again like you did, yeah, like that. Good, good, good. Now your hair is taking most of the light, so let's bring your hair around the other way, like that. Good, good, good. Nice. Really sexy facial expression. This is for the boyfriend. Boudoir is almost always not for the subject. It's usually for the significant other in their life. Husbands, boyfriends, whatever.
Oh, that looks weird.
Yeah.
It's not what I thought it was.
No, not so much. So you can see with something like this, you're definitely, this isn't just somebody lying on a bed on a white sheet with available light coming in through the window. You see that with every boudoir photographer on the planet today. This is definitely taking it in a direction that is significantly difficult, and unless your competition runs out and buys a truckload of equipment, they're not going to be able to compete with you. And that's the fundamental strategy of marketing, is that it's all about distancing yourself from the competition, something they just can't or won't do. Many of your competition doesn't even have a studio, so they'll go out to a client's house or they'll go out to a park somewhere, and while they still get some good stuff, and I'm not saying don't do that, I'm just saying do something that they're not doing. Good, I like the hand positions there. That light misfires a lot. So all it's doing is giving it some black backgrounds, and that's okay too. Okay, Dave, so if you want some, and then we're going to...
My facial expressions are too strong.
No, I wouldn't say they're too strong. More variety, maybe.
It's the light.
Teasing. More of a teasing thing. Oops.
Oh, yes, that's good. Oh, that's, keep that. Okay, try some different hands. Oh, that's good. Okay, just a little bit of a twist towards the TV. A little bit. No, back, that. Yeah. Very nice. Okay.
Okay, we're going to try for an alternate setup. This is going to take us a couple minutes. So what we're going to do, Miranda, you can just have a seat over there for a second. We're going to move, yeah. Dave, if you can help with this, we're going to push that end of the couch back towards the backdrop so the couch is at an angle instead of straight on.
This way, sir?
Yep, just push it back. That should do it right about there.
The lights are stronger than I'm used to, so that's why my facial expressions are a little bit stronger.
Yeah, we got like a spotlight right in your eyes.
It's, the only thing worse is the ring light.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to bring you back. Randy, you're going to lie on the sofa with your head up by David's side.
Can I put these on? I think it would go better with the picture.
I can't see.
Just put shoes on.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I feel like it just adds a little bit more.
Yep.
Long, nice lines.
So my head's going to be there.
This way.
Up at that end, and your feet at the opposite end, obviously, on your tummy.
On my tummy? Okay.
And then you've got to angle your body so your feet go back away from me and your top comes towards the camera, like that. Now, all we need to do is re-aim the lights.
Do you want to move my hair? How do you think? I don't
We
want-
probably will.
It's, there we go.
Start with that. Okay.
And now that's going to become kind of a hip accent light again. And then I re-aim this. Now we want to aim it so the light doesn't hit the sofa so much.
Yeah, I'm fighting with that.
Okay.
Are my arms too? I feel like they're too tight towards my
Yeah.
body.
Well, we'll refine that in a second. Got to get our base exposure down. Okay. Okay, while you're there, that light,
On her face?
no, it should be face, neck, chest.
Okay.
So if you go back, yeah, like that, okay.
Better? Pose?
Yeah, just stay still for a minute till we get this. Now that light on her hip, her thigh, is too bright, wherever that is.
I took it back, but it's I gotta go more.
And this outfit's very technical. All the straps.
As we try that. So that light's as low as it goes right now?
The one I'm on?
Yeah.
No, go down one.
Yeah, let's bring it down.
How's that? It's not overweight, but it's 2 point.
Let's try. Still down more. See how her knees and...
Oh, that's it.
Okay,
So I'm all the way.
that's better. Much better. Now, so we've got nice shape there. Let's re-aim that light maybe.
Yeah, this one's
I
on.
like my facial expression in that one.
Yeah.
It's getting a little more
Yep.
contour.
There we go.
Oh yeah, there it goes.
So, you know, when I look at this, we've got some blue gel hitting the one leg and her shoes, and I'm not really worried about it. If I didn't know the mechanics of this picture, I might even think, okay, so we got blue light, cold blue light coming in through the window. Just happens to be where it's hitting her. You could readjust and fix that if you really didn't like it. I'm actually totally okay. Now we got to make this harder. Now turn more on your tummy again, because your head now is kind of squished down. I want your head up a little bit. And don't rest it on the armrest.
Okay, I can maneuver this a little bit.
Yeah. Good, good, good. Gotta get the shoes in, these girls in their shoes. Is there sound? You got the no sound symbol. Oh, that's from the TV. Yeah, separate your, like in the picture that's on screen right now, your feet are separated so you can see that you've got two legs, and that's good. When you bring them together, they look not so much.
Yeah, my face is weird. I don't have to adjust myself on the couch a little bit. I think it's because I'm so tall.
Yeah.
Awkward.
It's a love seat, so we should have used the sofa instead, but that's all right. It's all good. Now, in terms of posing, what I don't like about this pose is we're getting a fold, because you're kind of bent like a pretzel a little bit.
It's such a small couch for such
Yeah,
a
I know. So we're gonna straighten out your torso so that crease goes away, like that, and then that elbow goes back. No, this one that's facing me, right there. Okay, not too far. Just back a little bit. Just bring your heels up, and Dave, while you're up, would you let's re-aim that blue, Joe.
Okay. I was going to get the faces all.
Yep.
I'm trying to make my arms go, but I'm so
Yeah.
tall on here. It's hard.
It's all good. Okay, so we're just going to get some of that blue off her. See how that works. Better, I think. Okay, so Dave, if you want some of this, this is the time, and then we're going to change to a different pose, and caught up with my tether. What kind of lights am I using? These are my new lights. I had Elechrome before. These are still Elechrome, so that all of my old accessories would still work, and reflectors and whatnot. This happens to be their cheaper line. They're what they call their D-Light series, RX, which so far I love. They've been awesome. A lot of power control, which is really what I wanted. A lot more features, of course. Built-in receivers for the wireless, for the radio. So I don't have to buy a receiver for every single head. And I actually can control these lights using my iPhone. I have an iPhone app, that'll connect to your lights, and you can control them all from your phone rather than what we've been doing today, running around and physically changing them. So,
Hard to do this position because I'm so tall. Like,
yeah.
Can I switch my back?
Yeah, that was the next pose, actually. So on your back, and I want your head to rest on the armrest and your hair cascade over
That's nice.
the arm. So move up like that. And you might rotate slightly to the camera. I think we should spot weld this tether to the camera. Yeah, I don't like that arm up like that. It looks too stretched. So I'm more on the hip like that with your arm down. That's good, good, good.
I want to read it.
Yeah, we're going to re-aim some lights. And then mostly we're going to have to re-aim the hip light.
This way I don't have so many folds because it's not as awkward.
Yeah. So drape your upper leg over the lower one. A little bit like that. Not so much. Just, yeah, like that. Good. Let's just take a test. Okay, that's not bad where it is. That light may have to come up a notch in power.
Power? Okay, you want to try one with
Yeah.
four? Because I've got it on now. Okay. One more?
Wow, something didn't fire. Don't move too much.
Sorry, it's so like
Yeah, I know.
I'm putting a giant
Awkward.
Okay. Now your head's kind of scrunching down like you're shrugging a little bit. So yeah, you got to elongate the neck.
Is there any way we can lay on the floor? I think
No, we're not set up for that. No, this is going to be your pose. We'll just deal with it. And one light's a little bright. We're just going to compensate.
What was the one that's bright?
The down at the bottom here, one that's hitting her
Oh,
neck and chest, and if it'll go down, let's bring her down.
no, that's it.
That's it.
That is it.
Let's pull her back.
Just give me a sec. I'll come up with a slight improvement.
Why I shoot with assistants all the time? I mean, technically, you could run around the studio and do all this yourself and go adjust the light, then come back, and then go back and adjust it again, then come back.
And for speed of the video, it's
Yeah. Okay. So let's try this. Just, if you rested your head, if you were more on your back, like that. Okay, like that. And kind of arch like you just did. Yeah, like so. And arch. And that one leg foot that's kicking right out, bring it up a little bit.
that was too much.
Let's try and drape your hair over the armrest so it's not all trapped in there.
I think I like this position more. I'm trying my best for my height. I apologize.
Yeah,
for the
no, it's all right.
strong-
You don't need to apologize. We're just playing. It's life. We just work with the things we have. Okay, now it's just all about facial expression. It's got to be enticing, seductive. Alrighty. So Dave, if you want a couple of this.
please.
And we promise we're going to get this Hasselblad tethered next time. So you can see what Dave's. He's shooting with the 9 million megapixel Hasselblad.
Just want to pull your hair down a little bit towards me, a little bit, just over the side there, just because it looks good.
Yeah.
I was just going to say,
Sure.
is it okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
You want to just bring, bring the one a little bit closer to your bum. Yeah, like that, yeah. And just a little bit of over. Okay, so I'm bring your feet in, just try to bring the middle closer to your body. A little bit. Yes. I'm going to try and arch. Just arch a little bit. Get that hand on the side, just
How about
then your elbow, your elbow go up higher.
like this?
Then we'll go up. Just a little, yeah. A little higher yet, if it's possible. And a little arch in your back. Yeah, that's nice.
Carrie, do you want to try this pose? I feel like I was trying to get the hang of my surroundings.
No, it's okay. I'm going to just about used up our time, so just relax for a second. And I think we're going to wrap this up. So again, am I on camera? Do I probably have to be down here somewhere? Okay, I'm up there now. So, boudoir photography, not really centerfold. We're not trying to compete with Playboy or anything like that. I'm looking at the tally light instead of the camera. Now I got it figured out. So incorporating this sort of thing in your regular stuff, it's a little bit more complex, a little bit harder for sure. But again, as I've been saying, it distances you from the competition. And it's a little bit more complex with what we're doing, shooting the video as well as trying to do the photography. So, yeah, we broadcast these for free. And they are recorded. We put them on the Photography Schoolhouse site. If you're a gold member, you can watch them at any time. And if you're not a gold member, you should sign up. pshgold.com. What?
What does PSA Gold get you?
What do you get with these?
Oh, what do you get? You get a mountain of stuff. You take out an annual membership and a truck pulls up and dumps some stuff. Our wedding guide, our studio lighting guide, bunch of things. You'll see it's all documented when you go to pshgold.com. So with that, no questions right now. Thank you all for coming. Next week, our continuing series on the creative lighting, we're going to be doing part 4. So watch for the ads, watch your emails, and part 4 next week. Have a good night, everyone.